disproportionately affected by climate change.
This building behind me, built on the backs of our ancestors, now has the power to make real change.
And we demand a safe future. Is that really too much to ask?
You are the David that will beat the Goliath. You will beat the fossil fuel industry.
I'm really excited to.
Today, what's your name?
My name is Jerome Foster II.
Where are you from?
I'm from Washington, D.C.
The mayor there was talking about the sort of generational drive here, and it's obviously the case that, like, this movement has been youth-led from the beginning, is youth-led now. Why is that?
Because we are in the midst of a global emergency, and we must act as such, and we must make sure that we are holding our elected officials accountable, because right now they lack the moral integrity to care. And that's why millions of young people are striking all around the world, because we have to have a moral call to action. And that's why I founded 1 Million of Us, is to mobilize young people all across the country to register to vote.
What have you learned about registering to vote and organizing in the time you've been doing this?
I think that what we have learned as a movement is that we have to continue to engage young people, because young people bring in energy to any movement they're a part of. And that's why we understand that we won't be the last generation, and that we will continue to go on.
What's your name?
My name is Nadia Nazar.
And you were one of the organizers for the march here in D.C., right?
Yes.
What is it like trying to bring together thousands of people?
It's amazing trying to bring together thousands of people. It's a lot of hard work, hours and hours of work. And as Jerome was saying, like, we refuse to be the last generation, and we were given the name Generation Z, the last letter in the alphabet. And it's absolutely terrible that people expect that we're going to be the last generation, and we refuse for that to happen. We are Generation GND, Generation of the Green New Deal.
What do you say to people that say, you guys are young, and young people are always sort of fired up with ideological vigor and conviction, and when you get older, you realize that, like, yeah, we've got a crisis, but we can take care of it. It's not that pressing.
It is super pressing. Climate change is the biggest issue of our time. Yeah, it is very pressing, and I think that our energy comes from that, and I think that the youth have a different perspective on the climate crisis, because we are going to be the ones actually experiencing it. And to have that looming over our heads, to understand that we may not have futures, our children may not have futures, we may not have clean air and clean water to live, that's not okay.
Jerome, you just talked about registering to vote. How much do you see politics and voting and engagement with the current political system as sort of a part of the movement?
I believe that engaging in the current political system is essential, because we must believe in the politics of today, because by the time we're able to run to be able to vote, run for office, or run for Congress, or run for president, we won't have enough time. We'll be past the tipping point for the climate crisis. So we must elect officials that are accountable to the people and representing our democracy and representing the people of America.
You know, one of the candidates we talked to today was Tom Steyer, who's running for president of the Democratic side, and I spoke to him a little bit about climate justice, about the ways in which both pollution and the effects of climate change fall disproportionately on certain communities. Take a listen.
America has concentrated its pollution in the low-income neighborhoods that don't have political power. So if you look, for instance, in my home state of California, in the city of Fresno, in West Fresno, people have a 22-year lower life expectancy than people who live 2 miles north of them. Wow. The pollution is concentrated. So to me, it's essential to go to those neighborhoods and make sure that this plan reflects the needs of those communities that have been so targeted for pollution.
Obviously, what's your name?
Lauren Monis.
That has been a big focus of the climate movement, is sort of climate justice. Do you think you've transformed a bit the conversation even the politicians are having about it?
Definitely. So we're with Sunrise and like Nadia said, Generation GND, we're fighting for a Green New Deal to stop the climate crisis and to create millions of good jobs in the process. We see this as a historic opportunity to not only tackle the climate crisis, but also to reverse historic and systemic racism and economic inequality in this country. And talking about those and taking those intersections seriously is how we're going to win.
Do you feel hopeful and confident about winning?
I do. I think that's the only way that we're going to win. Really proud of the incredible work we've already done to set the terms of the debate this far. Every single major presidential candidate has backed the Green New Deal as the most ambitious solution to tackle this crisis.
All right. Thank you guys all so much for coming out.